Good morning, guys. Welcome to Hannah's backyard. Today we're planting out my peppers. It's May 15th. I've checked the extended 15-day forecast and I don't see any days like below freezing. We have some cooler days coming up in the 40s, but I really got to get them out of the pots. Well, the tomatoes were for sure. The peppers, they're not too bad. I probably could keep them in there for a couple more weeks, but I'm just gonna get going on it. Last night, by light of the moon, we planted out all of my tomatoes. I got 20 of them in. Behind me is the Amish paste. And then we got, like, literally right after we got done, a storm came through to the south. And so we got excessive winds, but everything looks to be doing pretty good. So, at least better than they were looking in their pots. They were a good 3 feet tall. Well, they were up to my knee, so that's probably 2 feet tall. But you can see the trellis is set at 18 inches, and they're just below that, and I planted them as deep as I could. But I figured I'd bring you along today for planting the peppers. In front of me, I'm going to be doing King of the North, 8 of them, and then 2 Tangerine Dreams. So come along with me while I start planting out the garden. I'm just kind of getting the weeds loosened up a little bit. Before I plant everything. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I gotta check to see where I'm gonna be here. I am gonna pinch off some of them. I don't do all of them every year. Just something, just what I do. So, I like to do 2 sets. So technically I could do right here, but I'm gonna go up right to there. Show that there, so we'll pinch that one off. These are King of the North. I have 8 of them. I hope you can actually see what I'm doing. And so then the idea is it'll send out, oh, I guess we'll just take that one. These 2 I won't do. And I just kind of guesstimate where I want them. Like, I basically do 2 feet apart. That's about there. 2 feet apart. I do use tomato cages on my peppers. So this is kind of the measure I use, and that's about right. So I'll just keep doing that until I get 8 of them. And then I really don't measure too much. I'm kind of a wing it type person. I go from basically what I could see, you know. These are the hot peppers. So those are my 8 King of the North, and then I gotta find my Tangerine Dreams. Cayenne, Durango, paprika. There's one Tangerine Dream. got a nice chunk over here to maybe do some flowers. Let me make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, perfect. Now I try not to use my tags too much. I don't like to keep garbage or residue in my garden. So, because sometimes what happens is they just kind of blow around and plant them up to the first set of leaves and move on from there. Tomato cages on them, and just so they don't topple over. Sometimes they get so big out here that they end up falling, so I gotta do that yet, but for now we're gonna move on to the California Wonders. These are Cabello, I think, which is like a poblano, serranos. And for these, every other one I pinched, except for the serranos. I don't really need a lot of serranos. And then these are my Durango peppers. And I also did not pinch these off. They're supposed to be kind of a hot pepper. And so I don't need overly amount of hot peppers. There's my cabbage. Here I got jalapenos, the 2 Anaheims, paprika, and a cayenne. My cayennes didn't germinate very well this year, so I only have 1 plant. I could go buy more if I need to. And then I put here a Martino's Roma, and I'll put a tomato cage over it instead of trellising it. It's a Roma, so I'm not too concerned about it. But otherwise, my other tomatoes, they're looking pretty good. Here's my celery. It just keeps growing. And you can see I started to weed. Oh, another thing I've done since the last time I did a garden tour is I bought some Dinosaur Kale. So I put them, let me back up here, between my trellises, and I'm thinking they'll fill that gap pretty nicely. I got a tomatillo on each side. Hopefully they're close enough for pollination. I have not planted any cucumbers or anything like that yet. That I will wait for. On the other side, over here, I have the California Wonders, 14 of them, and just like I did for the King of the North, every other set is pinched at the top, and the others are not. So over here, this is an empty spot. We're going to be putting zucchini here, corn here, and then I got nothing here, so I think it's going to be flowers. And then I got my cabbage, and I think that's gonna be flowers too. Probably, I'm not sure if I want sunflowers, maybe the zinnias and the sunflowers and cannas over here because they're taller. That way I don't shade them out in the morning. I don't know, I'm debating yet. And these are the tomatoes that I planted last night. Amish pastes, black crims, I believe. And on a better note, my Romanescos, which let me pinch that off. Maybe. They are making a comeback. Broccoli's looking good. I thought for sure I was gonna lose these. And because they got frosted and when they were just little babies, but they're doing really good. Look at that. Oh, another thing, I got random sunflowers coming up all over. So I believe it's time to plant my sunflower seeds. There's another one. But yeah, every single one of them is making a comeback. So I'm super excited about that. Broccoli's looking really good, really big. Yeah, look at all these sunflowers though. There's one there, some here. And then this is gonna be a zucchini plant also. Maybe two. Oh, another thing I got a flowering kale. I put in between this is Ragged Jack kale. I finally found somebody else that had it and it looks exactly like it. So that's what that is. Or Russian red Ragged Jack. It was in that packet. So that's what it's called. And then my purple kohlrabis. Look, they're actually forming a kohlrabi. Looks like it anyway. There. That's not a good spot for you to see. And still no carrots. Onions are looking good. And out there, let's see, I'll take you over there. I planted a couple zinnias. Here, my echinacea that I started from seed. I got a basil. Sweet basil, I just bought that. I did get some sage from Gurney's and it ended up breaking off or something ate it. So I think I'm gonna get more. A mojito mint, which I bought. And here is Greek oregano. I have bad luck with oregano. And this is English thyme. Another sweet basil. Just a geranium for fun. The mint is still doing well. It's really bright out here, so chives are starting to flower. But anyway, that is it for today. Like I said, I haven't put in my watermelon, zucchini, pumpkins. I haven't put any of that in. I'm gonna wait probably until Memorial Day weekend. I did start them from seed. They're doing okay. I'm really gonna have to pay attention to them now, but now I have time, you know. So I started to weed this side. As you can see, I'm still a little bit crooked. I think I'm gonna take the lawnmower and mow it really short so I can see it. And then the next project is gonna be this side. You can see how messy it looks, but we'll get it. I also put some little flower pots on the front with some white geraniums. I think it'll look really nice with the white against the dark. And the pots I got off of Amazon for like $2. And so the honey color wasn't really my favorite, but I kind of like what it's looking like in front of this, the arbor this year, the color of it, since I stained it. Dump that out. Yeah, everything's looking really good. My roses are coming up nice. This one seems to be doing better. I can't wait for it to start climbing. And then my bleeding heart, that's really big this year. So everything's doing really well. I'm excited to keep showing you guys the progress. But for now, we'll see you later.